So great to have you here. And I can tell you, this episode is a special one. It's recorded live from the Tech Together fair that took place in October 2024. And I was there. I talked to speakers, sponsors, and it was really exciting to be there. And here is one of the conversations I had. So, Paqui, thank you so much for being here. You were the first podcast guest during the TechTogether event.
Nice.
Yeah, someone's got to do the job.
Okay.
We just went to the stage. You were on it. I was listening. Can you tell me something about where you talked about? What did you discuss on stage and try to make people aware of?
Yeah, so my talk was about how we can use technology in our homes to create like a little lab at home, to create like a spirit of exploration, to get the best of technology at home, to move from passive like spectators about Netflix to really do something about it. So I think technology will remain with us. So we can't escape. The future is going to be about more and more technology. So the question is that how we can get the most of that and how we can responsibly use it and enrich our lives. So this is what I wanted to.
Yes, and during your talk, you said like we should not. It's good to regulate it. It's good to have some kind of parental control.
Yeah.
However, it is really, really important that you first see what you want with technology. How do you want technology to help? And kinda put it into your life instead of having it in your life and try to keep it small and keep it controlled and stuff like that. I guess you do this talk more often than just here. How do parents react? You just got back, so I can't tell you yet how parents react, but how do parents react on information like this?
Yes, it's a little bit controversial because every family is different. Every kid is unique. And I know that I'm entering into their little homes. But when I had those, I have this survey when I'm like having more and more parents and they share with me all their complexities. And then I have that question like, okay, how you handle this? What do you do to manage that? 70% of them are talking about creating rules, creating schedules, but also doing those kind of things on the spot. Like, hey, my kid is watching too much TV. Okay, maybe it's only half an hour. So they are not really like proactively thinking, okay, what is good? What is bad? What can we do? Can we test this? Can we test that? And I don't want to generalize, but the data shows that we are more prone to norms, rules, controls, rather than, I would say, complement that with other things like exploring, doing things together, learning code together, and tackling those questions like it's like simple questions but complicated, like how internet works, who is behind TikTok. Of course, kids might not have those questions in the beginning, but we need to explain to them.
It's so good to explain. As a child, I went to a wedding. People took me to a wedding, and I found out that the cola and the cassis and all the drinks, they were there for free. And I said to my parents, I'm like, this is a fantastic place. We should go more often because everything is free. And then later on, they explained me how this, and it's so important to lecture children about how these systems work and what happens to everything you enter. It's the big companies and their need for data and knowledge and stuff like that. So you pay in another way. It's so good to have conversations with parents to make them a lot
Yeah.
more conscious, but also to let parents be a part of this whole tech thing.
Yeah.
I see I was guest parent for a while, and the children, kind of my children, but the children, they went on my Clash of Clans, for instance, and well, the parents were like, they were fine, and they were fine in some extent, but they let it. And I immediately said, well, if you go Clash of Clan, I go Clash of Clan, and we will go, we'll be at the same team or same clan, because there was a chat there. Everyone can enter your clan. You don't know what people discuss, like, they were just 8, 9 years old. So let me just monitor it. And that was in the end a very good idea. But parents, half of the parents are really involved. They have no idea what the children are doing, let alone that they have a real digital life too.
Yeah.
If you have no idea, if you don't feel it, like, how can you help it, and how can you?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's also an exercise of vulnerability, because as parents, we may lack most of the answers. So we tend to think that we need to know everything that the kids wants to know, but it's not. And just acknowledge that, hey, technology is going to be evolving, and my little son is going to know more about Roblox than me. Like, you see what happened in the States. I mean, there was this kid that was talking about Roblox, all this platform to create games. They know a lot. And they know a lot because this is their passion. I mean, they spend a day.
In their life.
Yeah, they spend 3 hours a day, maybe. So we can't know everything. So it's like being humble and say, I want to learn also with my son. And I want to explore also these questions that maybe I had not those questions in the beginning of my life, because technology was something completely different as is today. So that's an exercise, interesting exercise. But I think that by doing that, you are creating this trust that we need. So kids will be more proactive and go to you if there is like some complications and some things that someone is not kind in social media. They will come back to you more often, because you are learning also in this journey.
You're part of the journey instead of a big outsider who has no clue what you're talking about, and you are almost ashamed trying to have this conversation.
Yes.
It's so important to be a part of this. I saw on stage that you do help, you do some research here. Are you still looking for parents to fill in research questions for you?
Yes, sure.
Where can people go and be part of the research?
So, well, after the event, because now it was like a little bit more closer research, but after the event, I'm gonna publish, I would say, a link on my website and also in socials where people can just access, and all the people that access, and of course give the email, because it's a totally, like, I don't need their email address, but if they want to get involved, if they want the data, if they want I'm going to do, they can get that if they share with me, their email. So it's a live research, and looking forward as well to work with a couple of schools in the Netherlands, because this is just a tiny piece. What I would like to do is to expand this into a workshop where parents could like do this 3D framework, the discovery, dialogue, and dream into the session. So I want to also do this for real with the parents. So that's a super, interesting journey. Also for me, of course, having kids, working in technology, using technology. I really wanted to use on a stage cloud because I'm using super often for those things, like just to, hey, what I can do with that. We are going to do to see this movie, or my son would like to play in this game. What can we do? What are the potential complications, pitfalls, things I need to be aware of? So that's an incredible tool, AI, for doing those things. And then you can just take it and say, okay, explain this to me, explain this for a 7-year-old kid. or for a 12 years old kid. So that's amazing for our part to use this tool in that way to help us.
Yes, and to help and explore as well.
Yeah.
Because you can't make up everything yourself. And why would you if you can have a little bit of AI help on its way? What is your website if people like to go to the website?
Yes, well, it's my name, paqilizana.com. So yeah, my full name.
You hear it, go to her website, sign yourself up as a parent and be part of this live week.
Yeah, I would like to say, two things, of course. One is everything that I presented and the research and also some guidelines. I will, happy to share with anyone that is approaching. And also I'm creating this pilot program for helping families to develop this family technology plan. So if anyone wants to participate in this pilot program or collaborate on it, also just, let me know.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
If you enjoyed today's episode, hit subscribe and leave a review. Stay connected on social media. Find us on LinkedIn, Instagram and X, DutchTechOnHeels. Who are the C-level women in tech you'd like us to feature next? Send us a message. Your suggestions guide our future conversations. Stay inspired, stay connected, and until next time, this is DutchTechOnHeels signing off.